We all have a mental load. It's the invisible work our brains do. Think of it like a backpack we carry, filled with to-dos, worries, and decisions. From remembering birthdays to planning meals, it's the constant juggling act of life. Mental load isn't always bad. It helps us stay organized and get things done. But when it gets too heavy, it can weigh us down. We feel stressed, overwhelmed, and exhausted. Imagine this. You're getting ready for work, but you're also packing lunches, signing permission slips, and mentally planning dinner. That's mental load in action. The first step to lightening the load is understanding what it is. Once we see it, we can start to manage it. A heavy mental load affects us in many ways. We might feel constantly behind, like we're always playing catch-up. Sleep can suffer as our minds race with to-do lists. Relationships can be strained. We might feel resentful if we're carrying most of the load at home. Simple joys, like reading a book or enjoying a meal, become difficult. Our minds are just too full. Have you ever felt like you were running on a treadmill, unable to stop? That's the impact of an unmanaged mental load. It steals our time, energy, and happiness. But there's good news. We can learn to manage this load and reclaim our peace of mind. It takes effort, but the rewards are worth it. One of the most effective ways to lighten mental load is delegation. Many of us feel like we have to do everything ourselves. But sharing the load can make a huge difference. Start by identifying tasks you can delegate. This could be anything from housework to errands to work projects. Then, think about who you can ask for help. Your partner, family members, colleagues, or even hired help can all contribute. It might feel strange at first, asking for help, but remember, most people are happy to lend a hand. Delegating isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows you value your time and energy. When we share the load, everyone benefits. We reduce stress, create more time for ourselves, and build stronger relationships in the process. A cluttered environment often leads to a cluttered mind. Disorganization adds to our mental load, making it harder to focus and relax. That's why creating systems and organizing our surroundings is crucial. Start small. Tackle one area at a time, whether it's your desk, closet, or kitchen counter. Find a place for everything, and make it a habit to put things back where they belong. Digital clutter can be just as overwhelming as physical clutter. Take time to organize your inbox, files, and phone apps. Unsubscribe from newsletters you don't read, and delete unnecessary files. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small steps towards organization can make a big difference in how we feel. A calmer environment leads to a calmer mind. Section 5. Prioritizing peace. Identifying what truly matters. We often feel overwhelmed because we're trying to do too much. Learning to prioritize is essential for reducing mental load. It's about identifying what's truly important and letting go of the rest. Start by creating a list of your priorities. These could be personal goals, work responsibilities, or family commitments. Then, rank them in order of importance. This helps you focus your time and energy on what matters most. It's also important to learn to say no to requests or commitments that don't align with your priorities. This can be challenging, but it's essential for protecting your time and energy. Remember, you can't do it all, and you shouldn't try to. By focusing on what truly matters, you create space for what brings you joy and fulfillment. Section 6. The joy of saying no. Setting healthy boundaries. Saying no can be tough, but it's a powerful tool for managing mental load. When we say yes to everything, we spread ourselves too thin. We end up feeling resentful and overwhelmed. Start by recognizing your limits. Be honest about how much you can realistically take on. Then, practice saying no politely but firmly. You don't need to apologize or give lengthy explanations. It's also important to set boundaries in your relationships. Let people know your limits and what you're willing to do. This helps prevent misunderstandings and resentment down the road. Saying no doesn't make you selfish or uncaring. It means you're prioritizing your well-being and setting healthy boundaries. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Section 7. Finding your flow. Creating smooth routines. Routines and habits can be powerful allies in reducing mental load. When we establish routines for everyday tasks, we free up mental space for other things. Our brains don't have to work as hard to make decisions. Start by identifying areas where a routine could be helpful. This could be anything from your morning routine to your bedtime routine to your meal prep. Once you've identified your areas, create simple, repeatable steps. Consistency is key when it comes to building habits. Try to stick to your routines as much as possible, even on busy days. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the less mental energy it requires. Remember, routines should be flexible and adaptable to your needs. Don't be afraid to adjust them as needed. The goal is to create systems that make your life easier, not more stressful. Section 8. Little changes, big impact, simple strategies for success. Reducing mental load doesn't require drastic measures. Often, it's the small, consistent changes that make the biggest difference. Here are a few simple strategies you can implement today. Time blocking. Schedule specific times for tasks, even small ones. This helps you stay focused and avoid feeling overwhelmed. The 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This prevents small tasks from piling up and creating mental clutter. Mindfulness. Breaks. Take short breaks throughout the day to clear your head. Practice mindfulness, deep breathing, or simply step away from your work for a few minutes. Remember, it's a journey, not a race. Start with 1 or 2 changes and gradually incorporate more as you feel comfortable. Celebrate your progress and be kind to yourself along the way. Section 9. A lighter load, a brighter you. Embracing a more balanced life. Reducing mental load is not about achieving a state of emptiness. It's about creating more space for the things that matter most. It's about reclaiming our time, energy, and joy. As we lighten our load, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. We have more mental space for creativity, connection, and personal growth. We're more present and engaged in our lives. Remember, you deserve to feel calm, focused, and in control. By implementing these strategies and making self-care a priority, you can create a life with more ease and joy. Start today. Take a deep breath, choose one strategy, and begin your journey towards a lighter, brighter you.